mist-shrouded hills of Umuchu, a small village nestled in the heart of Agwata, Anambra State, eastern Nigeria. Deeli Nwamama, known to the villagers as Dibia, was once a respected traditional doctor. He claimed to communicate with the gods, offering guidance and healings to those who sought his help. The villagers would often gather at his shrine behind the Iyoji stream, seeking advice on matters of fertility, health, and prosperity. However, a dark transformation took hold of Dibia after his wife's untimely death. He locked himself inside the shrine for 3 months, emerging with eyes that seemed to burn with an otherworldly intensity. His voice cracked like thunder, and his words dripped with an unsettling fervor. The villagers began to notice a change in him, but they couldn't quite put their finger on what it was. As time passed, Dibia's action became increasingly erratic and sinister. He would summon families to his shrine, demanding their children to be brought to him as sacrifices to the gods. The villagers lived in terror, unsure who would be next. Dibia's prophecy became twisted and malevolent, striking fear in the hearts of those who dared to question him. But there was a girl named Akwabata, known for her strength, beauty, and determination. Dibia had been making demands about seeing her through his messengers, but Akwabata paid no attention to them. She sensed something was amiss and decided to confront Dibia when he summoned her to his shrine, claiming the gods had chosen her for a special purpose. As Akwabata entered the shrine, she was met with an eerie atmosphere. Dibia, with a sinister grin, revealed his intentions to take her as one of his wives, claiming the god demanded her submission. Akwabata, fueled by her courage and determination, refused to back down. She questioned Dibia's action, pointing out the suffering he had inflicted on the villagers. Dibia, enraged by her defiance, attempted to use his supposed powers to intimidate her. The confrontation escalated, and Akwabata decided to flee. But Dibia's messengers caught her and tied her up with a rope. "The gods demand that you marry me," Dibia screamed. "And as a dedication to them, you must sweep the shrine with your hair and bath the sacred stone with your tears for 7 days." The days that followed were a blur of pain and humiliation. Dibia stabbed her, made her crawl naked on broken calabashes, and denied her sleep. When she refused, he poured pepper into her wounds, the burning sensation almost unbearable. But Akwabata endured, not because she was immune to pain, but because she was watching. She learned the layout of his compound, hid some of the broken calabashes under her dress, and observed Dibia's movement. The 7th night came, and Dibia entered to anoint her, as he said, for possession by the spirits. Akwabata bit into his thigh as they were fighting and tore out a chunk of his flesh. He screamed, staggering backwards. She smashed his fetish purse against the wall, grabbed his charm, and set fire to the room using his own lamp oil. "I will die first before you escape my bondage," she screamed. But Dibia didn't know that she had untied herself overnight with a broken calabash. Akwabata ran. She ran and ran and ran. Her feet pounded the earth as she sprinted towards the village square. She rallied the villagers, sharing her experience and exposing Dibia's manipulation. The villagers, finally seeing the truth, marched to his compound, where they found him sitting inside the burning house. They dragged him out. His eyes were wild and filled with fear and anger. The villagers gathered at the town square, led by the king and the elders. The king, in accordance with tradition, delivered a verdict. Dibia was to be banished from the community. His belongings were placed on his head, and the villagers sang a song of shame as they escorted him to the evil forest. The villagers' voices faded into the distance as Dibia disappeared into the forest. The legend of Dibia's descent into madness and terror spread throughout the region. A cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked powers and the devastating consequences of blind faith. and Akwabata's stories became a beacon of hope, inspiring others to stand up against injustice and fight for what is right. Years went by, and Akwabata grew old and wise. She became a respected elder in the village, known for her wisdom and compassion.